A man named Robert worked 40 years in a factory, saved every paycheck, drove the same car for 15 years, never took a vacation. By retirement, he had $800,000 in the bank. 2 years later, it was gone. Not to fraud, not to theft, to a series of quiet, invisible traps that nobody warned him about. This is the reality nobody talks about. You can do everything right and still lose everything wrong. Because it's not the big mistakes that ruin people. It's the small ones, the ones dressed up as opportunity, the ones that whisper, "This is the smart move." Today we're going to expose 10 money traps that destroy people silently. Some of these will make you uncomfortable. Some will make you angry. And at least one, I promise you, is already draining your account right now. Let's begin. "2019. A young software engineer named Marcus lands his first six-figure job, $120,000 a year. He calls his mom crying. 'We made it,' he says. First month, he upgrades his apartment. Second month, a new car. Third month, a $4,000 watch because, quote, 'I deserve it.' By the end of the year, Marcus was making more money than he ever had, and somehow he was broke. This is lifestyle inflation, the silent assassin of wealth. Your income goes up, your spending matches it, then exceeds it. You're running faster on a treadmill that only speeds up. Here's what nobody tells you. Every dollar you spend today costs you $10 in retirement. That $200 dinner, that's $2,000 you just burned in future money. Marcus didn't lose his wealth. He spent it in advance. Debt is a tool, they told us. Use it wisely and you'll build wealth. But here's the truth nobody shares at graduation. There's no such thing as good debt, only tolerable debt. Student loans? They told Sarah it was an investment. She graduated with $180,000 in debt, a psychology degree, and a job paying $42,000 a year. The math didn't math. Mortgage debt? At least you're building equity. Sure, while paying the bank $250,000 in interest over 30 years. Car loans? Everyone has one. Everyone is also broke. The word mortgage comes from Latin. It literally means death pledge. They named it honestly. We just stopped listening. March 2020. The market crashed 34% in 3 weeks. Panic everywhere. A man named David saw his portfolio drop from $500,000 to $330,000. He couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, so he did what felt logical. He sold everything. "I'll buy back in when it bottoms out," he said. 6 months later, the market recovered completely. Then it kept climbing. David watched from the sidelines. He kept waiting for another dip. By 2021, he had missed $350,000 in gains. Time in the market beats timing the market. Every single time. Studies show that if you missed just the 10 best days in the market over the past 20 years, your returns would be cut in half. 10 days out of 7,300. David didn't lose to the market. He lost to his own fear. Save 3 to 6 months of expenses, they say. And they're right. But here's what they don't say. An emergency fund sitting in a savings account earning 0.5% interest is losing money. Inflation is 3%, 4%, sometimes 6%. Your $20,000 emergency fund loses $400 to $1,200 in purchasing power every year. It's not growing, it's evaporating. So what do? You keep 3 months liquid, the rest goes into a high-yield savings account or money market fund. Still accessible, still safe, actually earning. Your emergency fund should protect you from emergencies, not become one through neglect. Max out your 401k, they chant. And for most people, it's good advice, but it's not the whole story. Meet Jennifer. She put $500 a month into her 401k for 20 years. Good girl, responsible girl. But she never looked at the fees. 1.2% expense ratio. Doesn't sound like much, right? Over 20 years, Those fees cost her $187,000, nearly 20% of her total nest egg, gone. Not to investments, to middlemen. And she never saw a single invoice. The 401k isn't bad, but it's not automatically good either. Check your expense ratios, check your fund options, check if your company matches, because if they don't, that 401k might just be a tax-deferred fee machine. Rent is throwing money away, the most repeated lie in personal finance. Let me introduce you to Michael. He bought a house in 2007, $350,000, the American dream. Then came 2008, the crash. His house was suddenly worth $210,000, but his mortgage? Still $350,000. He spent the next 12 years underwater. He couldn't sell, he couldn't move for better jobs, he was trapped. But it gets worse. Property taxes, $6,000 a year. Maintenance, $4,000 a year. Insurance, $2,000 a year. HOA fees, $1,800 a year. That's $13,800 a year before the mortgage payment. At least it's mine, he said. No, it belongs to the bank, the county, and the insurance company. You just live there. Make $5,000 a month from home. The ads are everywhere. The testimonials are glowing. The opportunity is limited, so act now. Linda wanted extra income. She found a network marketing company. Just sell these supplements to your friends and family, they said. Build a team and earn passive income. She invested $3,000 in starter inventory. She posted daily on social media. She hosted parties. She lost friends. And after 18 months, total earnings, $847. Total expenses, $4,200. Net loss, $3,353, plus her dignity. The side hustle economy is real, but 73% of people in MLM structures lose money. It's not a side hustle, it's a wealth transfer from the many to the few. You need whole life insurance. The salesman smiled. He wore a nice suit. He had charts. He had projections. He said it was an investment and insurance combined. 2 birds, 1 stone. What he didn't say, whole life insurance costs 5 to 15 times more than term life. The investment portion has fees that would make a hedge fund blush, and the returns, below market average, every time. For 30 years, you'll pay premiums that build cash value that earns 2 to 4% while the market returns 10%. Your protection is overpriced. Your investment is underperforming. The salesman? He's on commission. Guess who wins? $14.99, $9.99, $12.99, $19.99. They don't feel like much until you count them. The average American has 12 active subscriptions. That's $219 a month, $2,628 a year, for things they mostly forget they have. James had 17 subscriptions, streaming services he never watched, apps he downloaded once, a gym membership he used twice in 2023, a meditation app that ironically stressed him out. When he finally audited his bank statements, he was horrified. He was hemorrhaging $340 a month, $4,080 a year, on nothing. Subscriptions are designed to be forgettable. That's the feature, not the bug. This is the biggest trap, the one that costs more than all the others combined. I'll start investing when I make more money. I'll save when I'm older. I'll get serious about finances next year. Meet 2 people, Amy and Brian. Both start working at 22. Amy invests $200 a month starting immediately. At 8% returns, she stops at 32. Just 10 years of investing. Total invested, $24,000. Brian waits until 32 to start. He invests $200 a month until 62. That's 30 years of investing. Total invested, $72,000. At retirement, Amy has $420,000. Brian has $300,000. Amy invested less for fewer years and ended up with more. Because compound interest doesn't reward the hardest worker, it rewards the earliest starter. Every year you wait costs you exponentially more than the last. 10 traps. 10 ways the system quietly extracts your wealth while you think you're playing it safe. These aren't conspiracy theories. They're not scams. They're worse. They're normalized. They're expected. They're what responsible adults do. Robert, the man from the beginning, he fell for 3 of these traps. Lifestyle inflation when he retired, timing the market when COVID hit, and waiting too long to get educated about where his money actually went. He didn't do anything wrong by society's standards. He just followed the script. And the script was written by people who profit from your confusion. Here's the truth nobody will sell you because there's no commission in it. The greatest wealth building strategy isn't a stock pick or a real estate hack. It's awareness. It's asking questions. It's refusing to accept that's just how it works as an answer. Now you know the traps. The only question left is, which one are you still walking into?